scheduling conflicts arose, Ryan was still in internet purgatory.
This is true.
As you can see, he has a setup going right now. This will evolve in the future as my man just threw stuff together so he could be here.
That is a fact. It is just a pile of mildly unpacked stuff.
With that, this week we are going to be talking about heroes with terrible motivations because we talked about villains with motivations that we could at least rationalize. So we're switching over to heroes. But first, Eric would like to make an announcement.
Oh, I was going to do that after to start us into the heroes thing.
You told me to throw it to you right away.
I know, sorry.
There's no pleasing some people.
There isn't. But I will start with my news then. So The Boys has a new trailer out. Looks really good. I'm excited for it.
I do like that show.
Yeah, it's such a good show. I mean, you even get to see a new superpower that comes out of the main character and stuff like that. So it's going to be fun. Sorry, I can't remember his name. It's an off night. But
I'll be back to paying attention to the camera in a moment. I have to text my mom that we're doing the show.
Oh, yeah, good call. Should always text mom.
Solid.
Family support.
His mom's cool too, so.
She's one of our dedicated viewers. We really have to.
Very important.
My mom thinks I'm great.
So the next thing is there's a lot of video games that have just been coming out. There are a lot more of the like survival ones. So I'm sure Travis is going to talk a little bit about Marathon, but there's also Arc Raider that's out right now that's doing really well. So it seems like video games are kind of
been out.
Yeah, but it's doing really well right now. There's been a big uptick with people. I've noticed like Facebook groups are popping up left and right, and it just seems to be going crazy. So it's nice to see video games kind of going a different route than just the single player way. I know it sucks for people that are big into that, but it's exciting to see, and hopefully we get some other new ones coming out other than just Marathon. I do have to check that out though. I keep meaning to one day.
It's doing well. Reviews are positive. So I guess we're just jump into my news. Marathon is launched. As you remember, Clark, one of our former co-hosts, works for Bungie. So good, exciting news for them that Marathon launch has been successful. Reviews are coming back very positive. I look forward to playing the game. I currently have it downloading in the background. So in case I turn super robot, it's because I'm supporting Clark.
There you go. No, I'm glad it had a good launch. I really am. Yeah. There's been so many dropped balls and so many like failed launches here recently that I was nervous.
Yeah, so I hope it continues to go well for them. So fingers crossed. My other piece of nerdy news is Rhea Ripley and Randy Orton were the winners at Elimination Chamber. I am fine with both of those wins. They're playing it very safe this WrestleMania season, which is okay. It's okay. I'm not super excited about the product right now.
Well, I think their numbers have been so kind of up and down and things like that. They don't really.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that. It's gonna be its own episode. I'm gonna have to bring Scott back on this one. He'll have a lot to say. All right, Bones,
what's up? Who else?
You got some nerdy news for us, Bones?
I've been working on finishing up my master's classes for this week, but I guess a new trailer for Lanterns dropped yesterday. New little teaser, pretty good. Kind of excited for that show, but we'll see how it goes. That's about all I got.
I'm cautiously optimistic about Lanterns.
The uniform is interesting in it. They posted a picture of it like hanging up. So I'm gonna guess that like it's really everyone really wants to get away from the Ryan Reynolds one as much as humanly possible. So
it still surprises me how much hate that movie got. Like I'm not defending it; it's not good, but like the amount of hate it got was wild. Then I'll go ahead and take the lateral with some of my news. As of 10 a.m. today, we got the finalists for the World Video Game Hall of Fame announcement. So for those of you who don't know, the Strong National Museum of Play has announced the 2026 finalists for the World Video Game Hall of Fame. I'm going to go ahead and read you a direct quote here. It says, this year's nominees include arcade favorites from the early 80s, a game that has had everyone with the smartphone playing it, and a dance rhythm game that helped create an entirely new genre. Now, this year's right. This year's finalists span decades and platforms, from arcade classics of the 1970s to PC icons of the 90s to one of the most popular mobile games of all time from the early 2000s. That is a quote from John Paul C. Dyson, director of the Strong Museum's International Center for History of Electronic Games, and there are 12 finalists. Travis, you got your ping.
Eric, what was gaming like in the 70s?
Oh, it's very interesting. No internet needed, so you could just play by yourself.
1 quarter at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, even though I was born in the fucking. Even though I was born in the.
You did it. 80s. You were first.
It was Eric. Eric broke it.
I knew I would. I'm awful for it. I'll try not to anymore though. I gotta learn. But yeah, I mean, I like quarters. Bring it back.
So we got 12 finalists. Here they are in no particular order. We have 2009's Angry Birds, Dragon Quest from 1986, FIFA International Soccer. Does not have a year listed on this one. I'm assuming that one's 93 for FIFA? Somebody Google that while I'm going through.
Dude, FIFA has a new game out every year.
Yeah. 1981's Frogger, 1981's Galaga, League of Legends.
I love me some Galaga.
Dude. Mega Man, 1986.
Love me some Mega Man.
Ooh, this one's surprising. Parappa the Rappa.
That's not that surprising if you are familiar with.
From 96.
That was an insanely successful game.
Yeah, I knew it was a hit amongst my friends at the time, but I didn't know it was like a sweep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Parappa the Rappa led to so many other rhythm-based games.
All right, 2001's launch of RuneScape is in the finalists. My personal route going forward is 1999's Silent Hill from Konami. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Nobody's shocked that one's making the list.
Which edition?
2011. Not the Smart Fridge edition, as much as we would all really root for it. And then this is not one that I know. Bones, help me out. So it's Tokimeki Memorial. Are you familiar with it?
I am not.
It's a 1994 launch. I'm not familiar with that game, but it's up there with some pretty heavy hitters. I'm excited to see how it goes, and I'm very thrilled with this list of finalists.
Yeah, I mean, anything with video games is always good.
It is
interesting list.
The other piece of news I have, I'm sticking to video games today, and that's that we just officially confirmed that Project Helix is the code name for the next generation of Xbox console coming out. Travis, what you got?
The only Helix I want in my life is a Toyota Helix, and the fact that I cannot buy one in the United States still hurts my feelings.
It has actually been making me itch here recently. Now I want one just because they said no.
It's the toughest truck ever made. I watched the Top Gear episode where they tried to destroy one. It took so much damage.
Oh, yeah. Well, so with Project Helix, there's not a lot of information we have just yet, but we do have one confirmation that was the major twist at its reveal, and that's that it is going to natively play on both the Xbox and the PC. Every game will be full native on both platforms. So exciting, interesting.
All right,
can we flip it over to Eric now? Is now when you're going to do your announcement?
I got two things.
Make sure you throw it to me right after the intro.
All right, I'm a little slow today. All right, so merch is done.
Yeah.
We're going to release it tonight. We're going to do the giveaway next Thursday. So we'll
have to watch the show to get the giveaway.
Yeah. You got to be here. If you're not here, you're not getting shit. And that's not a bad word.
Number 2.
I let my kids say it, so it's a good word.
I don't think we want to go by that metric in my house, man.
So that's how it's going to work to get the shirt. We'll do a giveaway at the end of the episode. Even if you jump in like halfway through or whatever, we'll deal with it. But yeah, the merch is pretty cool. We went all out this time. We got some phone cases on there. We got I think my favorite cup I've done yet for design wise with the blue to it. I think people will be pretty impressed, and we're also going to start doing additional shirts, not just like crossing the Nerdverse type shirts. So we'll do some with some different slogans or random things we say or do or something like that. We'll start putting a couple of those out too, so people don't just have to wear our logo all the time. You can get down on some other nerd type products. All right, so today, of course, we're talking heroes and all that fun stuff. It was a super interesting topic to study because I don't think a lot of people truly think about it anymore as to like hero. It's become such an odd thing nowadays. Some truly interesting hero type people have come out, and I don't think they'd be considered heroes even 5 years ago. So there's been a lot of things going on with that particular word. So real quick with everybody, I want you to just think, like, first thing that comes into your head when I say hero, like one sentence. That's what I want from everybody. So we'll start with Bones because I'm going in order on my screen. If I say hero, what's like the sentence that comes into your head?
Somebody who does the right thing for the sake of doing the right thing.
All right, Ryan.
So it's very similar. The first thing that comes to my head when you say hero is going to be righteous intervention. Somebody that is doing what they can for the sake of doing what they can, for doing the right thing. Kind of like Bone said. I like that.
Travis.
I'm going to go with selflessness. The needs of others over the needs of themselves is a big one for me. Is always thinking of others before oneself.
So mine's actually changed over time. So when I think of hero now, I think of the
Pikachu.
Person that's, well, yes, but the person that's willing to make the tough decision that no one else is willing to make.
Ooh, very Thanos mindset. That's interesting.
Because sometimes you have to for the greater good. Like everybody else said, someone basically for the betterment of a larger community, I guess. But yeah, so that to me, just because I've watched so much anime and did so much studying on this topic in the last week, it's really evolved.
Yeah, I will say that doing the research for this week's topic, it did open my eyes to like what that word really could mean. And I agree with your assessment to a certain extent, but I do think for me personally, one of the major issues is somebody that is standing up not just for something but against something bad, when it would just be easier to stay in the background or go smooth, stay out of the way. They're willing to stand up for what they believe in despite the odds.
Yep. So today we ended up. Oh, go ahead, Travis. Sorry.
I was gonna say we did put in some parameters here on what we decided for our heroes. We did open it up to everything, not just anime. So we're gonna be talking literary, comics, video games, movies, TV shows, whatever. We did put a restriction on it where it's not a hero from something that's supposed to be comically ridiculous. So like no Saitama, no solo leveling, no, which his character motivation is fine in solo leveling. Like his is okay. Saitama from One Punch Man is definitely the like.
It's the same as Goku.
The style of
right?
stuff that we were trying to kind of stay away from. I feel like Goku probably could have been on somebody's list, but that's
Goku's a very he's a very in depth, like in the sense of like he's
not.
Like
that is the most shallow hero that has ever existed. He saves the world because he wants to hit other people.
He wants to fight people. He doesn't even care if they're good or bad guys. He just wants them to be strong.
He doesn't even save the world to do. He like lets all of his friends get killed, and then fights somebody, and then brings everybody back.
I tell everybody he's a villain. Like
he's not a villain. He's just an idiot. He's just dumb.
Well, and here's the kicker:
weaponized incompetence.
Yeah, it depends on how you state it, right? Like we're getting into March now. People are going to be watching Boondock Saints. The big mark of villainy in that one is the indifference of good men. And to those metrics, Eric's right. Goku does not give a shit. He doesn't try. He just feels like fighting.
Oh, now Ryan swore.
Oh,
he did it twice. He did it twice. He brought it up again.
But yeah, so each one of us picked an individual character that we thought would be rather interesting to sort of talk about this topic, because when we did villains, it seemed like a good one. So it was nice to do the hero one. I do have one more question, actually. Have any of you watched Sentenced to be a Hero yet?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay, so Bones will know what I'm about to say. Like, that show really was big into this week, and it's something I would love to do a full show on, actually, just because of the way it runs. It's the most interesting way I've ever seen an anime do heroes.
Sentenced to be a hero, you said?
I mean, I don't know about most interesting, but it's definitely up there. It was definitely a unique watch, or something I haven't seen in a long time, at least.
Because when you watch it, the heroes are supposedly like, this is common knowledge, so like no one can get mad about spoilers or some such nonsense. So basically, convicts, like really, really bad convicts, like Jeffrey Epstein convicts, are sentenced to be heroes for the rest of eternity. So what they have to do is literally fight evil forever. Like they die and they resurrect them. They die and they resurrect them. Literally, their soul supposedly goes off to like heaven or hell, and they bring it back every time. So like literally, you're torn into it. It's wild. Anyways, and as you watch the show, you actually see that the heroes are actually heroes, even though they were criminals.
Which, for anybody that's been reading comic books for any length of time, that's the jam. Like, can't be a hero without being a criminal.
But the way they do it and the way they suppose that actual heroes are, it makes it interesting. So it's definitely something for people to check out. Travis, you're muted. I don't know.
It's not true for every comic, Ryan, because I think Scott Summers went to like prep school.
He's still a vigilante that intervenes without oversight.
No, he has oversight. It's just a villain. His oversight is the biggest villain in Marvel Comics, but you know.
I mean, technically speaking, Scott is actually the oversight for all of the X-Men.
No, Professor.
No, he's barely under control. Like, here's the thing: Cyclops is ends justifies the means, does anything that he has to get there.
No,
and his only motivation is
no, he doesn't.
Charles said so.
He has
Scott is a Boy Scout. Scott is like, and he's way underrated. He's way underrated. He's a total badass, but he is what keeps Charles from going completely off the rails.
Great hero story at some point. But so everybody, we're going to just kind of go around real quick and not go into detail. Just give a hero and a short, like, why you picked him. Nothing super long or anything like that. So again, I'm going around in the same circle. So Bones, why don't you go with your particular hero?
Well, being the comic book guy, decided to go with a comic book character. One that is kind of on the periphery, especially till recently. DCKO, he picked up a pretty big spot, and he has had a solo run in the past. But I went with Booster Gold. And if you know anything about Booster Gold, his sole motivation, until much later in the comics, he does get some character growth, thankfully. But in the beginning, his sole motivation is to be famous. He is like an influencer hero. He doesn't want to save people. He wants people to see him save people.
Dang.
Yep, solid choice. Solid.
All right, Ryan.
All right, so I kind of tried to do what Bones did, but I cheated a little bit. I was trying to find a hero from Unplugged Gaming, and ended up in the literary sphere. But it's also a kind of very hit television show. I'm going with James Holden from The Expanse. James Holden is very much a hero and that's why I said the metrics that I did earlier. He wants to intervene. He is trying to do the right thing as best as he can. However, he is extraordinarily self-righteous about it. He doesn't listen to input from his peers, and he bases a lot of judgment off of a very privileged upbringing on Earth, and he doesn't have any pragmatic view on what he's doing. I'll get into it when we get to my section, but yeah, I'm going with a hero that's trying to do the right thing as best as he can, but has turned into a terrorist because he is just so extreme in his point of view.
Travis.
I picked Captain Archer from the Star Trek TV series Enterprise, whose entire character motivation is based in, I guess, speciesism would be the correct term.
His racism.
Yeah, his entire decision-making process is based on whatever advice he gets from the Vulcans. He's going to do the exact opposite. He's like the toddler there, like that you tell is like, "Hey, don't touch that hot stove," and then just hand right on top. So that is why I picked him. I know this is definitely going to be one that's going to ruffle Robbie's tail feathers because he absolutely loves that show. But Captain Archer, one, not a great captain, if I'm being perfectly honest, and two, just not a great. He's fine as far as a hero goes because he will like correct his mistake.
He'll own up to it,
when he's
I guess.
wrong and stuff, but he will just go back to making that exact same mistake episode after episode.
So I went with everybody's lovable, cute Gon Freeth, just because of the way his character comes out as such a normal like kid just trying to find daddy, and then you just see like the psychological breakdown that he goes through as he continues his adventures to find dad. It's more realistic character development of what would actually happen when a child goes through these very traumatic things. And it's cool.
His ability to just be chill with his super ambiguous, like morally ambiguous assassin friend.
Yep.
Yeah. From a less morally ambiguous assassin family.
Yeah.
All right. So I want
to. What do you got there, Killer? He's like a head in a bag. He's like,
cool.
Yeah. I do want to intervene real quick, guys, so I can bring it up. We got a shout out to P Funk P in our chat, calling out Rorschach. Did anybody consider Rorschach for your hero?
No, I don't consider his motivation lame. Really, I understand Rorschach's motivation.
He might not go about it the right way, but I kind of jive with it.
I give him credit because he knew he was going to die, and he still went the path he did. So,
and see, I think that's what Rorschach stands to me too. I don't think he has bad motivation. I think that kind of like Holden, he's an extremist, and he's got conviction.
Love
if
Rorschach.
If I was going to pick somebody from the Watchmen series, it would definitely be comedian.
Yeah. Comedians' motivations are always just nihilism, as far as I can tell. And
there's no problem that can't be solved with more violence.
Ooh, right, John Wick.
John Wick? No, his character. I understand his character motivation. Somebody kills my dog, I'm going on a rampage.
I don't think he's a hero.
Yeah. John Wick is the protagonist. He is not a hero.
That's fair.
So who's the hero?
There isn't a hero.
There's not one. It's
There doesn't have to be a hero in a story. He is the protagonist of the story.
Yeah, he's the one we're rooting
not
for.
Equate to hero.
But he's still an assassin for hire. He still kills hundreds of people over a dog.
You also have to think there's a lot of bystanders that are either getting killed or seriously injured every time he does a car chase.
Yeah.
I mean, don't drive on Saturday. I don't know what to tell you.
But that's a good shout out from Matthew Wildman 2943. John Wick is definitely be an interesting topic.
I get his motivation though. Kill my dog, I'm going on a rampage.
Well, and that's why I struggled so hard, is because even with my pick, like, I kind of agree to a certain extent. I just think the motivations are a little naive. But yeah, John Wick's one of those that, of course, I'd root for him. I also root for like Frank Castle, so
that's a hero. So with these particular,
no, he is not.
So with our heroes, I'm going to get everybody to kind of show their work. I want everybody to give me at least 2 good examples of things that happened throughout their character's development as to things that they did to kind of show that their motivation was kind of sketchy or lacking of what a true hero would be, because I think we can all agree that a true hero would absolutely be Pikachu, in all his glory. But he takes care of all the other Pokemon. He saves Ash. He brings Ash back from the dead. I mean, there's a lot of things that go on with Pikachu. So
all hail Pikachu.
I'm not going to all hail, but like he is a true hero.
This is a quick intervention. This is just questions for Travis and Bones. Do you think Eric's obsession with Pikachu is worse or more understandable than his belief that the Attack on Titan guys can fight a Gundam?
They could.
No, they couldn't.
They couldn't. Not even remotely. They get aced. They couldn't fight a mobile suit. They couldn't fight an empty mobile suit.
No.
They couldn't fight an empty mobile suit with their crummy rocket launchers and a head start.
Let me ask you this, Eric. On the mobile suit fight by itself, Levi, right? Like the big one. How does he hurt it? Let's assume that he can move as fast as a mobile suit, much less a Gundam, which he can't. But let's say that he could. How does he hurt it?
Getting a little bit off topic, but what I will say though, real quick in regards to it is, if they grew up fighting Gundams like they did Giants, they would have the technology to damage the Gundam. So you have to give them something that can hurt a Gundam, like they can hurt the Giants, because they would have developed it.
If they grew up in that world, they would be mobile suit pilots.
Nah, they'd still be that.
They don't need, what is it called, flight gear?
They could do it. They're like Spider-Man, but a little less cool. Travis, you're muted. So yeah, everybody's gonna throw. We'll do like two. We'll do two each, and then we'll kind of talk about it and see who thinks like which character is got like the darkest, craziest motivation. I think it'll be pretty good. So just throw your two out there. Nothing crazy. No long-winded.
Are we starting in the same order?
No, we'll reverse it. Travis, you go first.
I have to go first.
Reversing it would be you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if it's me, so two particular situations with Gon that I always think about, in regard to his morality, and stuff like that is, if you remember the scene where he fights P2, he literally makes a contract, giving up his entire future to be able to get revenge for Kite. Like, that's how psychologically messed up this kid is. He is a kid. Like, he willingly sacrifices his entire future, the mission, everything, just to get revenge for his buddy Kite. So that's one where, like, a lot of times you'd see I don't think you'd see a lot of heroes do something like that when they know they still have more to give. There's still more fight out there, things like that. And especially in the anger sense, like, he doesn't just do it to like he doesn't do it to save the world or anything like that. He's literally doing it for a completely selfish reason out of pure anger. So that's the first one with him. And then the second one obviously would definitely be anything to do with Killua. Like Killua is such, like, just at one point when they're doing the getting their IDs to be, what was it, Heroes, Adventures, whatever, that little ID card they need to get.
It was their Hunter card.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I can't remember anything tonight. But when they're doing the Hunter
anime
exam,
was literally called Hunter.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So when they take the Hunter's exam, like at one point, Killua literally rips this dude's heart out to end the fight instantly, and like Gon has no problem with it and just kind of fucking smiles. Like,
cool.
Gon's
just giving the thumbs up in the background.
Gon's sense of justice is literally in the moment. It's whatever he feels. It's not actually like, he's a true neutral character. Gon is a true neutral character. So those are my two big ones. So Travis, you're next.
So I picked Captain Archer from the Enterprise series. My two examples of him essentially just not being a very good hero. One, his relationship with T'Pol. He treats that Vulcan so unbelievably bad. He blames them for his dad not getting to be an explorer because they wouldn't release the secrets to make the warp drive faster, and blah, 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 blah. And that happens the whole series. It just gets brought up like it's this big, deep-seated trauma. Like, oh, I'm sorry, your dad, who invented the warp drive for humanity, wasn't allowed to just go at 1 billion miles an hour and explore the galaxy. The Vulcans intervened to like let you dip your toe into intergalactic affairs, and then you proceed to prove them correct by being the biggest like liability in space continuously with zero hesitation. So that's reason number one, is the way he treats T'Pol and Vulcans in general. And the second one that really bothered me, given his moral code, because there's other episodes where you kind of see he's got some like very deep-seated like moral codes, and one of them is not taking from people that are already in bad situations. The Enterprise gets damaged, they need a warp coil, or else their mission is going to be scrapped and they're going to be sent back to Earth, and they're going to consider the venture of them into the Federation as a failure. Happens, right? Instead of pleading a case to the Admiral's board or proving all of the like cool things they've discovered and providing a whole bunch of scientific information that they have collected, he instead steals from a slightly less technologically advanced alien race, leaving them stranded in space during their maiden voyage into the galaxy. He mugged somebody.
Straight up. He's a pirate.
And so yeah, those are the two big reasons for me that he's just not a good captain. Like he's just bad at being in charge, and two, just not really that great of a person to be the protagonist or hero, I should say, of the series.
Or human race.
Yeah, not our proudest moment. I feel like Trip would have been a much better captain in that series than Archer.
Ooh, interesting claim.
All right, Ryan.
I kind of like it.
Trip was Trip was just a good dude. He was a good dude out doing good dude stuff.
Yeah, I think he would even have the leadership capabilities to be a decent captain. So, all right. So James Holden. I have two examples that I'm going to bring up, and the context that you're working with here, guys, is, I guess, full spoilers for Expanse, in case you're in the middle of that.
How old is that TV series?
I don't know, a while. So Holden was born on Earth, in like, is it Minnesota, Montana? He's born in Montana, and that means that he has grown up with things like a house and food and water. And so he's had a very privileged upbringing, and he finds himself without any background or training or oversight in the possession of an extremely powerful weapon, and constantly is intervening in system-wide politics. He, as a hero, and his motivations and why I bring it up, is he's extremely unyielding, but he's chaotic in his focus. So the first example that I have, and I have it pulled up right here, he has a problem balancing his own like moral judgments against safety and the protection of life. And so my first example is when he broadcast system-wide that Mars was behind the destruction of the Canterbury, despite the fact he had almost no evidence, minimal evidence, and mostly hearsay, which effectively triggered a system-wide war between every faction in the solar system, because he stated that the truth had to have been shared. Now, as far as the hero motivation goes, we see that a lot, like the pursuit of truth. However, he is got a tendency to jump the gun like that. Not a lot of evidence, not bringing it to the right people, just system-wide broadcast, and starts a war. Additionally, that comes up, he's not a pragmatic man. And I think the best way to put this one is he has a refusal with his convictions to see shades of gray in any decision, but he gets to pick what side of any problem is the good guy side. So there's another character in the book named Miller that is doing his best. I honestly think Miller is the actual hero of the story. He's kind of an investigator, I think is the best way to put it. But he ends up confronting a scientist named Dresden, who is just a terrible mass murdering psychopath. And Miller kills him. And Holden loses his Timbits over that. He can't believe that he killed somebody. He completely condemns Miller for killing the scientists. And guys, this is right after he was just responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people because of his broadcasts. So
how dare you steal my gimmick?
Yeah. He is full of conviction, but gets to decide what the good guy's side is in his motivations. And those are my two examples.
All right, Bones.
Mine's pretty easy. So Booster Gold is a failed athlete from the 25th century. He's like a really gifted athlete that got caught up in like gambling and like throwing his events for money, essentially, right? So he gets caught up, gets disgraced, and ends up working at a museum, and he steals a bunch of 25th century like tech, and time travels back to the 20th century to be a hero. And his first, like his debut act, is to stop the assassination of Ronald Reagan. And not because he cares, but because that's going to get him immediately famous.
That is a fact.
I mean, yeah, that would work.
And then, so following that, like he obviously, yes, he does get famous, right? He actually kind of messed up a little bit because this is where he gets his name. Booster Gold is from that moment when he was trying to be named Gold Star, but he ended up being Booster Gold instead. And he starts a company essentially and tries to leverage being a hero. This is my second example. He starts trying to leverage being a hero for like movie deals and merchandise. Very, very The Boys, like the Seven kind of thing.
Yeah.
Before that, you know. So
I never thought of that.
Those are my kind of two very blatant, like, yeah, he's doing heroic things, but he's not really a hero, you know.
He's not doing them for heroic reasons, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So that's pretty good from everybody. It's definitely 4 interesting heroes. If there's anybody that's watching that wants to throw in their 2 cents about who they think out of those 4 is probably has the worst motivation, or maybe isn't even really a hero, or goes down some shady dark paths, because out of our 4, yeah, there's definitely some less than hero tendencies.
I have like 5 more examples keyed up.
Ready to rock.
I mean,
yeah, and like this is just scratching the surface.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Like all of them. The nice thing is we all pick characters that have like long histories and stuff like that. So there's plenty of examples and different things, and everybody should know them.
Yeah, and I think Archer has been brought up. I think Captain Archer or Admiral Archer, depending on which show you're watching, has been brought up in several iterations of like Star Trek TV shows outside of the Enterprise series, because they reference it in the Chris Pine Star Trek movies where they're talking to Scotty for the first time, and he was like, I tested it out on Admiral Archer's prized Beagle, which is in the show. He has that Beagle on the ship with him.
Oh, it's so many problems with just that. Like,
and so I don't see it as that big of an issue on, like,
I guess the Enterprise
on the ship. It's not. It's a science and exploration vessel. I'm shocked that there's not more livestock roaming around somewhere on the ship.
Actually, that's a good question. Bones, you served on a large mobile base. You were on a carrier, right?
Very similar to the Enterprise.
Was there any kind of like pets or animals that got smuggled around?
No.
I mean, some of the people might have been very animalish. Because I know if you guys were anything like us,
served with some real animals.
Yeah, there are definitely some fucking animals, but no actual animals.
Oh, it was Buns' turn. Buns said the F word.
Yeah, I did. Hey, but I made it like 40 minutes in.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, you did.
Eric made it 5 minutes.
No, dude, I hit like at least 10 minutes.
I don't think so, man. I think I might have.
And we were talking about the military. you're talking about the military, so that automatically just triggers it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Booze,
no, I get
dip,
it. I'm a
and
bone side on that
swears. But yeah, so what is everybody's take like out of these four? Like, who do you think would probably be the worst hero reasoning? Like,
So
you can't pick your own.
yeah, naturally. Even if I could pick my own, I wouldn't. I would go with Archer. I can't stand Archer, and he never gets punished for it, and that drives me crazy. With Booster Gold, he suffers for his stupidity a lot.
he eventually becomes a good guy.
Yeah, he eventually becomes a good guy, but his lack of moral compass is something that he suffers. Archer never has that. He never gets
no
punished.
backlash.
There's no back. He makes Admiral and never changes.
It's like the real military.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, for real. I would argue though that's not making an argument for his motivation though. Like that's not whether or not his motivation is worse than the other one. Like that's that his character has no growth and he's still a terrible person by the end of it.
His motivation is still flawed by the end of that series.
So what are if we summed up the four motivations, right? We have extremism, selfish motivations, racism, and how would you sum up yours, Eric?
Emotional instability.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
as a motivation, like
yeah, his entire run, Gunn's entire run is like, I need to find my dad, and then proceeds to do all of the things besides like actively look for his father.
All right, well, tell you what, we got 20 minutes left in the show. Eric, I've never personally seen Hunter x Hunter, and so can you give me a brief on what we're dealing with here?
So basically,
two children commit war crimes throughout the land.
So it's Gundam
with powers.
Yeah,
it's actually a pretty cool story. I even incorporated some of it into a D&D campaign I ran for a while. The concept of like the Hunter test. So basically, what it is in this particular world, there's instead of like billionaires, there's hunters, basically. And they have a hunter's badge if they pass the exam, and they can literally do whatever they want. And that's a cool feature of the show. You get to see like some people are trying to get their hunter's badge just to kill people and stuff like that. So like, there's all these different motivations.
Kurapika.
Yeah. So like, and the big thing with Gon is the reason I picked him is because he actually de-evolves as the show goes along. So basically, like you see him, like he's such a carefree, I love everybody, like he's fishing and shit like that all the time. And he only uses a fishing pole for so long. And he actually like has the series goes along though, like where usually like a villain will be mean and then sort of get nice, or like you'll kind of like start liking the villain and things like that. Gon is kind of the opposite. Like as he goes along, you're kind of like, that's really dirtbaggy, man. Like, what are we really doing here? Like at one point there's this blind kid that's playing games with like one of the main villains of the arc. It's like the king of the ants or something like that. And like at one point, like P2 before he fights her, she's already like messed up Killua. So like Gon grabs this blind girl who like cries the whole time and like threatens to kill her for P2 to like heal Killua. Like Gon is the most like, that's what I'm saying. He's neutral. He's not good. He's not bad. He's neutral. And he's such an interesting character. But yeah, that's why like that's the whole show though. Is it's just you're a hunter. It's kind of like being a hero. You do whatever you want. And then fucking literally
two children just running around committing war crimes.
Committing war crimes. It's Gundam without the military. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's because it's still kids. So anime is really big on making kids out to be a lot cooler than what, or a lot more like brutal than what they really are.
I don't know what 10-year-olds are doing to influence these anime stories. I don't know a single 10-year-old that can punch a hole through a mountain.
Or rip a man's heart out with one swipe. But yeah, so that's basically the show. The Hunter thing is really cool though. Like you should look into it. Like it was a nice thing to put into like a D&D campaign. Thought it was kind of cool.
Hunter x Hunter is just like a solid anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, so I'm gonna intervene before we move to Bones's because I want to stick with the superhero theme. So P Funk P has shouted out a couple more in our chat. We have Red Hood. which I think that's a fun take. And we have
That is a good
Walter
choice.
White. Now, here's what
Walter
I
White's
think
not
about.
a hero.
Well, here's what I think about both of those. I think Red Hood and Walter White both have the same moral arc. They both start off for very good reasons, and then hit some changing point and plummet after that. Now I'm not as familiar with Red Hood.
Red Hood started
backwards.
off bad and became
Yeah,
good.
and then
He started
became
off
good.
as
Oh
a
yeah,
villain
you're
and
okay.
became a good guy.
Well,
Walter White
yeah,
just started cooking
yeah,
meth. He was just a bad guy from the beginning.
No,
No,
but
he
here's
did
the
it for the
thing.
right
he's
Walter
still,
White.
he's still a more Frank Castle than he is good guy.
Yeah, but Walter White, he started off with a desperate lack of time, trying to provide for his family. Right, that was his whole goal. Was I'm going to make sure my family's stable after I'm dead, despite the fact I married the devil, and that's
And
where
then
he was
became
at.
the devil.
Yeah. Now he changes because it no longer is about protecting his family at a certain point, and it becomes pride in what he's doing. And he just—that's the name of the show, right? He breaks bad and goes full villain. But yeah. So I guess Bones, give us a little bit of Booster Gold here. Give us some history.
I mean, I've pretty much gone over most of it. Right? But like I said, Booster Gold is at DC Comics. Like I said, he's from the future, comes back, tries to get rich and famous. That, like you said though, this is the thing about Booster Gold is that he sucks at that.
Yeah.
And he gets beat down a lot, suffers a lot. He eventually does join the Justice League, becomes really good friends with Blue Beetle, and starts actually being a hero. Has his own run. I think JLI, Justice League International, or one of those is when he starts really his hero redemption. So I think whereas a lot of the other ones that we have here don't really get a redemption. In fact, like Gon is like the opposite, right? Like his arc downwards.
Downward spirals.
He does become a good guy at the end. Most recently, he's been in DCKO, where he is not a good guy. He is being piloted by Darkseid. So, not really his choice though. So,
yeah, honestly, that turns into a weird like I almost picked Angron from 40K until I realized that nothing Angron does is really Angron's fault at this point anymore.
But he doesn't have motivation.
Fight.
Yeah, he's driven by pain.
Fight.
Listen, my alternate choice was going to be Luffy, but I feel like I brought that up to a friend who loves One Piece, and she hasn't talked to me in like 3 days. So
yeah.
I have a feeling when Robbie watches this episode, I'm going to catch so much backlash for dunking all over one of his favorite Star Trek series.
I mean, but
as far
I was just saying, if you think about it though, like them picking Archer and like his career going that way, I feel like that show was written by someone in the military, because that is like T to T as to how it goes. Like someone just not doing anything right and then still somehow getting promoted.
Here's a butter bar we turned loose with a spaceship.
Yeah.
Like legitimately though, like you see it all the time when you're in the middle. I know you did. Like we had some people that just like, I don't even know, man. Like I don't know how they did it. And then they get promoted. Like they get, I've never understood it. So Archer kind of, he actually makes sense out of all these characters.
I like watching the PV2s that got on a power trip when we were on Gate Guard. I was like,
so
as far as who I would pick for the best motivation or worst motivation, I guess, and not picking my own, I also have to go with Archer because I think so. Gon doesn't really have a choice. Like his initial motivation is good; he wants to just find his dad, right? But then he's like, subjected to a bunch of terrible shit anyway. So it's like not, his motivation still makes sense, and it's not really his motivation. It's just a victim of circumstance kind of thing. And as for Ryan, as for your choice, like I don't think that his motivation is bad. He's just a shitty person.
Yeah, he's just a bad guy.
Whereas like Archer is both like a shitty person and he has a bad motivation.
Just to defy any Vulcan that he meets by doing the opposite of what they suggest.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
So as far as Holden goes, I did do a little bit of digging because what I wanted to try to find was an explanation for why he has such a black and white view of the universe. and I wanted to figure out like where it all started, the kind of like the straw, so to speak. And from the best I can tell, and this is just my opinion, I'm not going to count this as fact, but from what I can tell, his like savior complex mindset and can do no wrong mindset comes from his circumstance of birth, because Holden was actually the.
Ooh, we lost him.
Well, that was the end. That was all of Ryan's internet minutes.
Yeah, that's apparently what I had.
He had kinked his Ethernet cable to save it up all week, and then he had let it go. It just wasn't enough back pressure.
But he was the genetic combination of 8 different people in order to be the one offspring that would inherit the family farm and the family business. And so from a very... I'm going to skip right over Eric. From a very early age...
stir it together.
From a very early age, he had that you are important, you are, special kind of mindset. And the first time that we actually see it happen in his backstory, I think, and again, Bones, I'm going to look at you for this one. He was a first lieutenant in the Earth's United Nations Navy, but was dishonorably discharged for striking a superior officer for what he perceived as an injustice. And from there, he never learns anything. He'll hit every button to see what happens. He'll broadcast state secrets across the whole system.
Sometimes you just got to slap the LT.
So has anybody ever like seen the football things, like where they're like, I'd have Tom Brady's mind and Peyton Manning's arm or whatever. So basically this guy's like 8 different dudes. And it's all the bad parts. That's what it sounds like. Like, I haven't watched it in a while, but that's what I feel like. That's what it is. It's like Geno Smith's decision making and Jameis Winston's, like, I don't know, his arm or his eyes, I guess technically you'd say, because he throws a lot of INTs. So yeah, that sucks. You get 8 things, and it's all the shitty ones. Ugh.
Yeah, it gets the worst part of everybody.
Yeah, like you don't even get the good stuff, like none of the athleticism or anything.
Yeah, my point still I think stands though, because like Holden is. I'm not arguing that he's not a terrible fucking person at the end of the day, because he kind of is. But he still like is coming at it from the desire to do the right thing, even if he just sucks at doing the right thing.
But the one thing I'll say though with Gone, just to go back real quick, Bones, I was thinking about it because I'm a little slow sometimes. So his motivation though does change with situations. That's part of it. Like his initial motivation is really good, but like as he goes along, like it just becomes dark.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But that's the show though too, right? Like that's the show becomes darker. Gone goes from being isolated on that little island or whatever to go find his dad and being naive to being shown the world, how the world is. To friends dying and people dying around,
showing the worst, just the worst of the world, almost.
With the Hunter world is just pretty bad in general. Like,
yeah, but it's not like he didn't even have a sheltering mentor until he met Biscuit.
Yeah, he had a fucking mentor. Clown guy that was real creepy. It's okay. It's so fucking weird. But I kind of love his character, but he's so fucking weird.
Super weird. It just reinforces my disdain of clowns in general. Like him and Gacy, I'm like, you can never trust a clown. Ever. Never. Yeah, Ronald McDonald out here bodying people too. His kill count is astronomically high.
Oh my god. Remember when they saw Ronald McDonald everywhere for a while? Wasn't that going on? Like, was that before COVID or something? Or was it clowns in general? People were seeing it was all over the news.
I could tell you right now, if somebody tried to prank me as a murder clown, you're running into a problem. Clark got kicked out of Fright Night at Universal Studios because a clown tried to scare her, and she gave him the 3-piece combo real fast.
Nice.
Yeah, they say there's a fight or flight response, and Clark identifies as a penguin, which is a flightless bird. So only fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we're all in agreement. Travis is probably the one. It's also the most realistic one.
Well, and here's the thing with Archer, right? Like, I know we're going back and forth on Holden, and actually, Bones, I agree with your assessment. One of the factors that drives me nuts about these characters, and it's not directly tied to their motivations, at the end of the day, But Holden has the same problem that Archer does in that they can't learn. You know, he is told repeatedly about his lack of pragmatism and his narcissistic kind of moral superiority. And with Holden, he's told a lot about the safety of others, and he disregards the safety of the common people. He does not learn and just keeps pushing forward. With Archer, he doesn't allow himself to learn. He'll own up to his mistakes, but then he'll make them again and again and again.
Yeah, his interactions with T'Pol just baffle my mind as the series goes along, because like, it was like, I know you told me last time not to touch this hot stove, but I've been thinking about it a lot.
He's like,
I think I can do it now.
You order your captain from Temu. You know, you get like 3 free things on Temu. That
Wish.com, yeah.
I think that a reason I would even choose Archer over Booster Gold is too that, like, even though Booster's initial motivations are fucking terrible, he still is motivated to do good things. Like, he still is a hero in the beginning, even though his motivations to be a hero are terrible. Like I mentioned, you know, like the boys, but like he's not actually like the boys. He's still doing good. He's still saving people. He's just, you know, holding the baby over the fire until somebody sees him pull it out, right?
Yep.
But he's still saving people. Whereas
but he
Archer's like not even doing
fire.
good things.
10-second rule.
Yeah,
he's all right.
Archer's not even looking around to see whether or not people are watching him do the things. He's like
probably threw out a cigarette butt and started the fucking fire. Let's be honest.
Yeah, after being told not to do that, it's like the glass is really dry. You don't want to throw out your lit cigarette. And he's like, the heck if I'm ever going to listen to a Vulcan, and then just throws it out the window anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I know we're coming up on the end of the show, guys. So I'm going to remind everybody.
I gotta make my pick, because we all voted.
That's
Everybody picked Archer. Was just the worst.
That's true. That's true.
If I was gonna pick somebody besides him, and I hate to do this because I absolutely love the character and the movies, Indiana Jones. After Bones brought him up, I did some deep thinking about it, and his motivation is also not.
Yep.
Like, he's a hero. He does heroic things. He attempts to save people and do the right thing. His original motivation in every single one of those movies is, I'm going to steal this and then put it in a museum, regardless of whether or not it's really a danger to anybody else.
Yep. So when you told me that on the phone that Bones had brought up Indiana Jones, I wanted to argue so bad. But it's not. He's terrible. Like, it's so British Empire.
Yeah, he's 100% just the British Museum. We took this to protect it. How did you get it? We killed a bunch of people.
Killed a whole bunch of people. But yeah, some of my backups. You know, if we were looking outside of the 4, right? I seriously considered the God Emperor of Mankind. Because as much as there can be justifications, I think his motivation is, I want to conquer the universe.
See, I think his motivation is to conquer the universe on behalf of humanity, to ensure that humanity survives at all cost. I actually think his motivation is fine. It's his actions to go about it is just awful. Like, he's not poorly motivated. He's just incompetent.
This is to me. This is actually back to the John Wick argument. None of these people are
not a hero.
Nobody in 40K is a fucking hero. They could all be protagonists of a given story,
true.
but none of them are heroes.
Sly Marbo
that's exactly.
is a hero.
There you go. I'm going to give you that one. But no, that's exactly why I didn't go with him, Bones, is because just like our John Wick discussion, he's not a hero. He never has been. Like, he's violent. He conquers. He's in 40K, right? There's no heroes in 40K.
Also racist.
Shield
also
very
racist. Him and Archer are both space racists.
Very space racist. I did seriously consider Anakin Skywalker for a little bit.
Also kind of space racist.
Is a little space racist.
Very. Are you serious?
And he's driven by rage and to prove like his superiority a lot. But at the end of the day, I had to go with James Holden. And I love The Expanse. I love the books. I love the TV show. I think it's a great character. He's one of my favorites. He's
played the tabletop?
Interesting. I've not played the tabletop.
It's good.
But at the end of the day, I don't like his motivations. I think he's very blind and motivated by his own ever-shifting sense of moral superiority. Travis, what you got?
Also, special shout out to Ender from Ender's Game. Almost made my list as well.
Ooh.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, it's hard to say his motivations were bad.
So
he
when
killed
does know
2 other students. He committed murder.
Yeah, that was self-defense. That was self-defense.
Totally. No, he preemptively attacked.
Yeah, because they were going to kill him. I mean, like, my fucking thing keeps falling. But the thing with Ender though, once he realized what happened in the following books, he becomes a really fucking good guy.
Yeah, that's true. He goes a full protection unification.
But in Ender's Game, his entire motivation was like, I'm going to prove that I'm better than everyone at everything because I have to be better.
Well, because he didn't have a choice in going either. No.
That's true. Yeah, he didn't have a choice in any of it, in point of fact.
The Shield Hero, though.
He actually considered intentionally failing.
So here's my thing about the Shield Hero.
God, I can't stand that show.
I have thought long and hard about the Shield Hero. I went back and I rewatched some stuff for Shield Hero. Now, he's going to get some compensation from me because he didn't choose. He got summoned. He never had yes, take me. He also didn't have a choice in being a hero or not. He couldn't just turn the job down. Continuously, he keeps trying to quit because he doesn't want to be a hero, and he keeps getting summoned back anyway. And honestly, if I went through the shit that he went through, I'd be a dick too. Because that's really his only.
He did have a choice to not have a child slave that he groomed into falling in love with him. So.
Yeah, that's true, but not a motivation. Yeah, that's it. The show gets weird because
just kept getting more slaves.
Well, it was his way of freeing them for a little bit. Not originally, but eventually. Originally, he couldn't fight on his own because the show says you can't punch someone with a shield for whatever reason.
Initially, because he didn't know its powers.
Even though it gets to the point where he's just bodying people with that shield.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: anybody that's used a shield in real life, that's just a weapon that can stop attacks. But I digress. I don't think the Shield Hero is going to match this list because he doesn't want to be a hero. He never had a choice in any of it. Him want to go home.
He did want to be one in the beginning, though, and it's just everything that happens to him. His motivation ends up becoming that he just wants to ruin other people in a sense, like the one that he has.
He tries to leave everyone alone. Like he consistently is like, stay away from me. He consistently is leave me alone, but he keeps getting drugged back in. I don't think he wants to mess up anybody else. He just can't. They won't leave his ass alone. Anyway, guys, we are getting late into the show. I'm going to take this moment to remind everybody we got our new merch is up. Eric is absolutely right. I think this is the best batch of merch that we've ever had, especially the new logos on the cups. And here's the thing. The cups have been my favorite pieces of merch so far. And this new one is awesome. For those of you who listen this far, obviously you like what you hear, listening to the opinions of 4 geeky dudes on random subjects. If that's the case, please give us a like, give us a comment down below telling us what you think about these motivations for these so-called heroes. And most importantly, give us a follow because we know the way.
I'm sorry, Robbie.
No, you're not.
Sorry, man, this one.
Not at all, dude.
But with that, I think unless anybody has anything else, we're going to bring this episode to a close. We are crossing the Nerdverse, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for joining us.
See you guys.
Bye.
It's nice to say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.